still Johnny Depp's 39-year-old breakout role in the highest-rated film on Rotten Tomatoes. Even after a nearly 4-decade successful film career, Johnny Depp's breakthrough performance continues to have the highest Rotten Tomatoes rating. One of the most well-known figures in Hollywood, Depp is at last making a comeback following his widely reported legal dispute with his former wife, Amber Heard. Over the last few years, he has only made a few cameos, and none of them have been as successful as Pirates of the Caribbean or Alice in Wonderland. From the beginning, Depp established himself as a gifted and adaptable actor, and he is praised for several memorable parts. Among his most memorable roles is that of Captain Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean, but he also starred in popular movies like Edward Scissorhands, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and What's Eating Gilbert Grape. In addition, Depp starred in the hit TV show 21 Jump Street, which launched his career. But his first film is the one with the highest Rotten Tomatoes rating. As a musician in the 1980s, Depp relocated to Los Angeles. He didn't meet an agent and eventually land his first movie role until his friend Nicolas Cage suggested acting. Wes Craven's 1984 film A Nightmare on Elm Street, which gave rise to one of the longest-running horror movie franchises, featured him in a breakthrough role. Nancy Thompson's boyfriend Glenn Lance, portrayed by Depp, is the movie's protagonist. One of the most famous moments in A Nightmare on Elm Street is when Freddy Krueger drags Glenn into his bed and a river of blood flows out of his body. With a fresh rating of 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, A Nightmare on Elm Street continues to be Depp's highest-rated film according to critics. Considering Depp's other hits, this is a little surprising, but A Nightmare on Elm Street is unquestionably a classic. The fact that Craven's movie was successful at a time when most slashers were copying Friday the 13th speaks to its uniqueness. The addition of Freddy Krueger's powers, which allow him to access his victims' dreams, is brilliant. They draw on the common experience of having nightmares by fusing the supernatural and the human. A Nightmare on Elm Street has Depp's highest critic rating on Rotten Tomatoes, but Oliver Stone's 1986 war film Platoon, in which he played a much smaller role, has the highest audience rating. The first book in Stone's trilogy about the Vietnam War, Platoon, is based on his own experiences. With Tom Berenger, Charlie Sheen, and Willem Dafoe in the lead roles, the film was a big hit with both reviewers and viewers. With a 93% audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes, Platoon is still a favorite. In a small part, Depp portrayed Gator Lerner, an interpreter and soldier injured in an ambush.